Our goal every week is to upload at least one animation. In between those animations, we figured we'd give you like one or two more like personal videos so you can get to know what we're all about. And now we'll turn you over to our human correspondent. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the official human correspondent for the LEGO Motel. I'm here to just take you on a quick little tour through our Funko Pop collection here at the LEGO Motel. Starting off, we got Sauron, the Lord of the Rings himself. He's even got the One Ring molded and painted on his little hand there. I don't know if you can see it. Next, we got Captain Phasma, who's pretty amazing, honestly. This is the only shiny Captain Phasma toy of any kind that I own. All the other ones are pretty plain and stuff. This is the Smuggler's Bounty exclusive, number 91, and I think it's my favorite Star Wars pop, just because it's all shiny and chrome. Both of these pops are pretty amazing. Moving on to R2-D2 and the First Order Stormtrooper. Number 66, this First Order Stormtrooper is like the perfect Funko Pop of a Stormtrooper from The Force Awakens, whereas the older Stormtrooper from the original trilogy that Funko did, they messed up the eyes, man. They just don't look good. This one is awesome, though. That's why I just had to get it. A lot of great detail. Moving on to R2-D2, he is somehow more lovable and cute than he was in the movie in Funko Pop form. R2-D2 is one of the best Star Wars pops, if not the best. BB-8's probably giving him a run for his money. We'll move on to the bottom row here. We got number 13 and 22. That's C-3PO and Jabba the Hutt. So we'll get into C-3PO, who's not the shiny one, but he's got great detail there on the sculpt of the gold metal parts and the wires in his belly. He just looks awesome. The black eyes are a little funny, but he's a Funko Pop, so he's got black eyes, I guess. Even though Yoda has green eyes, so it doesn't really match up. Either way, C-3PO is one of my favorites. Jabba the Hutt is awesome. I just love that little tongue just like creeping out of there like in the movie. He just looks perfect. Jabba's a little bit smaller than I would have liked him, but this is fine. This is like him from episode 4. Oh, look at the slime running down his mouth and stuff. That looks awesome. But the only thing that bugs me about this pop is that his eyes are slightly closed in the artwork on the box, but they're not like that in real life, so it's kind of weird. 21 Jump Street pops blew my mind when I saw these in the store. I just had to pick them up, especially at a discount. We got Morton Schmidt. That's our Jonah Hill from 21 Jump Street, and he's hilarious. And you can't get Jonah Hill from 21 Jump Street without getting Channing Tatum, Greg Jenko from 21 Jump Street. Now, these are both from the first movie, but to me, they represent 21 and 22 Jump Street, two of the funniest comedies of recent times. The only thing I don't like is the little paint splotches on the hand there. Moving on to the Mother Ghost from Crimson Peak. Another thing, kind of like 21 Jump Street, I was just blown away when I found out, okay, there's toys for a movie that I never thought there'd be toys from. You can even see the 17 plus in the boxes there. That's a great example of some Chris Hansen artwork turned into Funko Pop form. The detail's impeccable. The way her hands are all like crossed in front of her torso and her dead black eyes. It's amazing. It's a great pop. Crimson Peak number 217 from Pop Movies. All right, we're going to move on to Edith Cushing, who is, of course, Mia Wasikowska. Great at what she does. An excellent person turned into an excellent pop. This pop just looks awesome. It's one of those ones with eye detail and eyebrows and stuff. It's even got a little candle thing there. It's just great. There's a lot of detail. I like it. It's cool. We're going to move on to my favorite pops on this table here, I think, the Doom pops. Now, the Space Marine from Doom is like my favorite pop. He's got his double shotgun. He looks like he's going to look in the new game. I can't wait for this new Doom game. I hope it doesn't suck. I think it's going to be great. But either way, this is the pop to get if you're any kind of like Doom fan or even just first-person shooters. First-person shooters all came from Doom, and what is Doom without the gigantic cyber demon? This guy's an excellent pop. I know Funko Pop's probably not too keen to do business with Bethesda because I know toy companies have trouble with them, so it's hard to get Doom toys out. That's why you haven't seen those yet, but both of these pops are excellent, and I'm glad they were made. All right, we're going to jump over to the Harry Potter collection, and I have most of the collection. I have every character, some of the variants I'm missing. Let's get into Harry Potter. The very first pop that I got was number 1, Harry Potter. He was kind of the beginning of a huge addiction where I just started getting all the pops. Here's Albus Dumbledore. He is pretty awesome. I like the glasses, the printing, the detail on his robes. Severus Snape is an excellent looking pop, followed by Lord Voldemort. He is your main bad guy. He's one of the few bad guys from Harry Potter that we get in pop form. Hagrid is like one of my favorite pops. Just look how much bigger he stands than the other pops, and he's just, I'm so glad they made him. He's got his little pink umbrella there and a lot of great detail in his robes. Harry Potter, the Quidditch version, you gotta get him, dude. Quidditch is a big part of Harry Potter's life. Let's move on to Hermione Granger from the Yule Ball. I don't have the other Hermione and Ron, the original ones. But these two just have such cool new sculpts and color schemes going on, and a little bit of red on her cheeks and stuff. They're great pops. Speaking of red on the cheeks, got Luna Lovegood and the new Albus Dumbledore from the new wave of Harry Potter pops, and these guys look amazing. I love Luna's little earrings and just the Ravenclaw pendant, all the details there. Same goes for Dumbledore. Sirius Black is an awesome pop, followed by Dobby and the Dementor. These are kind of the three of the more rare pops from the new thing, but I'm just going to pan the camera over. You can just see all the detail on these guys, the Dementor especially. Let me try to avoid some glare on the box so you can see Dobby and the Dementor, especially Dobby and the Dementor. These are creature pops, which we don't really have many of in the line so far, so it's just great to have creatures from a magical, mystical world instead of just a bunch of human characters. That Dementor just looks amazing. Draco Malfoy in his Quidditch gear obviously goes great with that Harry in his Quidditch gear from the Chamber of Secrets. Cedric Diggory is the Hot Topic exclusive that I did not think they would make, but boy, does he look awesome and in his Triwizard gear. I don't like Harry in the Triwizard gear. I didn't go for that pop, but the Cedric Diggory one's awesome. Speaking of awesome, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, Harry Potter wearing the Sorting Hat, blows my mind. This was one of the original pops Funko wanted to make, but J.K. Rowling and a company were like, maybe don't make that one. But they finally got it made, and I had to just get it. He's got non-denominational Hogwarts robes before he was sorted into any house, and he's awesome. Neville Longbottom, so cool. He's got his little toad there. This is another one of those characters I was like, wow, I did not know they were going to make this guy. But the only gripe I have is he's got a little bit of red flare on the robes there. And the red flare robes never had a crest on them in the movies. So you either got to have the crest on there or the red flare. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just a little nitpick I had because between the second movie and the third movie, they did switch up the way the robes looked. And Neville's robes here on the Funko Pop are kind of in between the two. But nevertheless, the Harry Potter Funko Pop collection is amazing. I'll get a full review of each pop coming soon. Moving on to the Game of Thrones collection. I'm just going to pan over because there's so many Game of Thrones characters, and some of my favorites being Cersei, Joffrey, Hodor, and basically all of them because I don't even have all of the Game of Thrones Funko Pops, but this is just like the ones I have in the box. I have almost the full collection out of box, and then late in the game, a couple of years in, I decided, no, I want to collect these in the box. So some of them I had kept the box, some I had to go back and rebuy, but I'm just not even going to go over all these characters because there's just too many of them. But if you're a Game of Thrones fan, I'm sure you can appreciate this. I'm going to try to get individual reviews going, a couple minutes long, just videos of me just pulling it out of the box and just kind of going over each figure individually. I might do it by series, but I think the Game of Thrones one is too big. I might have to break that down just because of the sheer number of characters. Jon Snow, Castle Black, that's actually one of my favorites. Sansa Stark's always a great pop to get. Peter Baelish, those two look awesome together. I'm glad they're consecutive numbers. These are two of my favorite pops, Oberyn Martell, the Viper, and Grey Worm. I'd love to get the Mountain to go up against the Viper at some point. I have him out of box, but I need to get him in the box. I wish I kept that box. The White and Jaime Lannister are great. They're pops from a few months ago, and the White just is amazing. The detail of the rotting flesh and the one closed eye is awesome. Jaime Lannister with his golden hand, the Hot Topic exclusive pre-release, is just awesome. It's so great to get a modern, updated Jaime Lannister. Ramsay Bolton is a bastard, and we all hate him, but he looks great as a pop. Marjorie Tyrell, same goes for her. She's kind of a sneaky snake, but she makes for a great pop. She's beautiful. These are two of my favorites that I didn't think anyone would make. That's Bronn and Jorah. Stannis Baratheon's great too. Melisandre's awesome. There's just so many awesome Game of Thrones pops. I might even just do a separate Game of Thrones pop collection, especially once I get a few more in there. The top three, these are the final ones. I don't think I'll go into these specifically individually, but the Harpy, the Night King, and that nondescript Unsullied look awesome, dude. They're the three newest pops. They're so good. I just look at them, dude. Just drink it all in. The detail, the colors, the sculpting. Funko Pop is such a fun thing to collect. They're not very expensive. You can get a lot of them. They cover a lot of ground in the same format. I really hope you guys enjoyed this collection. I'm going to have more videos like this in the future, but in the meantime, I really want to thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, do what you got to do. Leave a comment. Let me know how I did. Do you want more videos like this? Do you want some individual reviews? Either way, thanks very much. This has been your LEGO Motel Human Correspondent. We got another animation coming very soon. Thanks very much. Awesome, dude.